All right, so this is a card that I just popped out today for you, and this is giving somebody like whose entire perception of love got rewritten the second they noticed you. Okay, they thought that maybe they thought that they knew exactly what their type was. They had maybe standards, preferences, a whole mental checklist about their partner. Then, like you showed up into their life, and suddenly none of that made sense anymore because that's the kind of person we're talking about today. See, they don't see you as somebody they casually date. They see you as somebody who could completely change the direction of their life. And that's exciting. But it's also terrifying for them because the moment they realize that how much space you have taken up in their mind, they knew this wasn't something they could easily like walk away from. Okay, it wasn't that simple. It didn't remain that simple. And the first card is talking about, say, don't freak out just because it's saying monster. Because let's start here because it is an insult. This is how overwhelming you feel to them. Like that you were a monster in the sense that you completely dismantled their emotional defenses. See, they pride themselves on staying composed, thinking logically, maybe not getting carried away by attraction or so whatsoever. But then you walk into their awareness and it's like watching someone lose control of the steering wheel without crashing. And they wouldn't expect it to be affected too deeply, maybe. Okay? Because see, you are not loud like most people out there. Yet your presence like echoes in the whole room. And you're not trying to prove anything, yet you naturally command attention, and they keep asking themselves that, why am I thinking about this person again? And they genuinely try distracting themselves, like literally they try. See, they might throw themselves into work, might be errands, conversation, social media, anything that sound interrupt the cycle. But somehow yours just face everything you do, no matter what they are doing, like slips right back into their thoughts. Like it's frustrating because they can't explain it logically. Like there is no logic in it. That's how you are interrupting their day-to-day life. They look at you and they think that this person is dangerous, not because they will hurt me, but because they could completely rearrange my priorities. That's how they sees you. They don't feel emotionally safe pretending you don't exist anymore because this is not working, and they don't want to live in that state of mind because you have become the thought that sneaks in while they're driving, the face that flashes through their mind while they're making dinner. Okay, the voice they imagine hearing before they fall asleep. Maybe even they hear your voice out of nowhere. Okay, like that. Maybe you calling their name or something out there, and they feel shocked all of a sudden that why their mind is like doing this to them, why they're hearing you even when you are not present there. And yes, that's why they feel this nose is saying like that. It's like an you have like become like an entity for them. Okay, not because you were intimidating in a cruel way, but because your impact on them is impossible to shrink into something ordinary. It's not ordinary how they're feeling you all the time, around them, within them. All this is not making sense to them in a way. What's fascinating is that despite seeing you as extraordinary, you also feel incredibly familiar to them. It not necessarily have to be the guy next door or the girl next door, but maybe literally they are, but maybe not. Because energetically, I see him that they don't put you on an unreachable pedestal. Instead, they imagine everyday life with you. Maybe they picture bumping into you while grabbing coffee, laughing over something completely random, arguing playfully about what movie to watch, hearing your footsteps somewhere in the house, watching you absentmindedly tuck your hair behind your ear while concentrating on something else. This is all the sweetest scenarios that goes through their mind. It doesn't always have to be explicit things that one person should think about the other person. Sweet things can also look so romantic and attractive, isn't it? That's what is happening here because you are becoming part of the ordinary future they secretly want with you. Okay, they don't fantasize only about dramatic romance here. They imagine comfort, like I said this. They imagine peace. They wonder what your morning voice sounds like. They wonder if you hum while you're cooking. Are you a bathroom singer? They wonder whether you are the kind of person who reaches for someone's hand naturally or hesitates first. Their curiosity isn't surface level anymore. They want to know the version of you that nobody else gets to see. See, that's what surprised them the most. And it might also surprise you the most because they expected attraction. They didn't expect emotional familiarity. Somehow you already feel like someone they could come home to, and the realization catches them completely off guard. And now the energy is shifting towards something much more determined. See, because once this person realized their feelings aren't disappearing, something inside them became incredibly focused or going to become incredibly focused only at you. Like they're not looking at you thinking maybe someday, they're already asking themselves, "Oh, what's the smartest way to approach this without ruining it?" Smartest way. Okay, yeah, they're googling it. They might be going through common circles here, asking random questions that they could figure out. They could find out something that could help them. Okay, they don't want to impress everybody. They only want to impress you. You were only their target. You were the only one they're thinking about all the time. They're becoming more intentional with their appearance, more aware of the words they choose, more disciplined in areas of their life where they previously settled for average. It's almost like knowing you exist has activated a stronger version of themselves. And when one person starts to change themselves in that manner, it naturally comes to mind that yes, they're serious about you and they're not trying to conquer you through manipulation. They're not a player. They're trying to become someone worthy of standing beside you. Every interaction matters to them now. Every glance, every smile, every opportunity to leave like positive impression on you. Because in their mind, you're not another option. You're becoming the standard itself. Okay, that's what they're doing. That's what they want with you. Permanency. Okay, togetherness. And I'm seeing here that I'm seeing someone who is fascinated about you because this person isn't looking at you with casual attraction. See, they are studying you with admiration. Like every time they see you, they notice something different. And every detail, like every little detail, becomes another reason they can't stop thinking about you. Like they're the type to remember exactly what you were the first time they noticed you. Well, yeah, someone with a sharp memory. Okay, they remember the color that somehow made your eyes stand out even more. Like remember the way you smiled at someone else, not even them. And somehow that moment logged, like, yeah, like just lost itself in their memory, somewhere in their memory permanently. To them, you are like this cut to perfection, not because they believe you're flawless. It's because your like imperfections are part of what makes you unforgettable. It's what makes you alluring, attractive. Okay, maybe your love isn't polished. Maybe your hair isn't always perfectly in place. Maybe you make a funny face when you're concentrating. Like those are the things that replay the most because they make you feel real. They don't want somebody manufactured. Okay, like in a factory who's polished and without any imperfection. They want somebody authentic, and that's exactly how they see you. They even catch themselves like comparing other people to you without meaning to. Not in a bad way, maybe even more in a powerful way, like that they compare you to others and they find themselves fake in front of you. Okay, they will meet maybe someone attractive, immediately think that, yeah, but it's not the same. Like, this person doesn't give that vibe at all. No matter how polished they look or how much good they, look in the outside, no matter how perfect they try to pull themselves together, but no, it doesn't matches your energy, not at all, not even close. Okay, and there's always something missing. It might be the confidence maybe you carry without showing off. It might be the way your kindness does not feel performative, and might be simply be the fact that nobody else makes them, feel as awake as you do. In their eyes, you quietly became the benchmark, and that's a difficult position to, replace. And this isn't about danger. When I say this card is saying about something mafia, it's not about danger. It's not about this gang or something like that. It's literal in literal sense. It's about loyalty, protection, and the way they instinctively want to stand in your corner. Like they see you as someone worth defending. Maybe they carry this mafia energy. Maybe they like to dress themselves like a mafia boss or something like that. Maybe you carry this mafia queen energy or some sort of something like that. Okay, and they see you as someone might be worth defending or worth protecting, or might be they see as if that how of a boss you look like. Okay, and they feel like that, whoa, this person doesn't need my protection. And so they feel like overwhelmed and at the same time intimidating. And also might be at the same time they feel like that, whoa, I truly need to be, you know I truly want to be near this person. I want this person in my life. Okay, that's how maybe they see you. Maybe they maybe they care about you. Maybe they deeply care about you. Maybe they're not half-hearted. Okay, maybe it is not in their vocabulary at all. Because what's interesting is that they're already imagining scenarios where they're stepping in for you before you have even asked. If someone speaks to you disrespectfully, they might feel protective towards you, and they imagine someone taking you for granted, and it generally irritates them. They don't like the idea of people misunderstanding you or underestimating you because they believe they have already seen something incredibly valuable. They also think you are far stronger than you let people see. You have this composed exterior that makes people assume nothing gets to you, but they suspect there is much softer side, like hidden underneath you. They don't see the softness as weakness. Rather, they see it as something precious, something not everybody deserves to have access to. Okay, yeah, and that's why they're careful, maybe around you, or going to be careful around you. Like they're not trying to rush into your life making loud promises. Like they're thinking strategically here, and that's good. They want trust first from you. They want consistency first. They know loyalty isn't something you hand out easily. And strangely enough, that challenge only makes them want to earn it even more. And what's more fascinating is that this feels less like fantasy and more like timing finally lining up, like that miraculous events are about to happen that will leave you speechless. See, this person has a strong feeling that meeting you wasn't random. They feel keep having those strange moments, maybe where your name pops into their head for no reason, or they hear something that reminds them of you, or they suddenly feel pulled towards making a decision they normally wouldn't make. Okay, they can't fully explain why they feel as though life is quietly nudging them towards you. Maybe they're beginning to believe that the biggest changes don't always arrive with fireworks, and in reality, actually, is the truth. Sometimes they arrive through one unexpected conversation, one invitation they almost declined, one place they almost didn't go, one message they almost didn't send, and they had this growing sense that somehow you were connected to one of those turning points. Because of that, they're becoming more open to taking chances, like they're less willing to let fear make decisions for them. Deep down, they feel as though something extraordinary is trying to unfold and they don't want to miss it by hesitating. And that's clear something up. Okay, they want to conquer is true, but this isn't someone trying to dominate your spirit or control your independence. What they want to conquer are the walls between you. They want to be the person who earns your trust, the person who gets to see your real smile, the person who hears about your day before anyone else, the person you naturally reach for when something exciting happens, like you naturally reach for. Okay, they're ambitious, and you were too. Okay, and where they are might be very ambitious about you, and your ambitious might be about something else, might be your career, maybe your personal life, or whatever that is. Because see, they don't see you as an easy target, an easy person, and that's a good thing. They see you as someone who doesn't hand over access just because somebody shows interest, and wow, that's fascinating. They respect that. In fact, they find it incredibly attractive. And me too, my love. I truly find you very attractive right now as well. They don't want shortcuts. They want to build something that actually lasts. At the same time, there's a playful competitiveness in them. They catch themselves thinking like, whoa, I want to be the one who makes this incredible person love the hardest. I want to be the one they look for first in a crowded room. Wow, that's way more romantic than I thought. And it's less about winning against other people and more about becoming unforgettable to you. And the determination does not come from ego love. Okay? Something like this doesn't come out from ego. From what actually comes? It comes from genuine admiration. And the more they discover about you, the more convinced they become that pursuing is one of the best decisions they will ever make. Okay? Yeah, because they're catching feelings for you will real fast. Real fast means real fast. This is where things stop casualing. Okay, this person has officially crossed a line they never intended to cross. At first, maybe they might be told themselves that this was just curiosity. See, every person gets attracted to another person first, and maybe for some of them it is curiosity. For some, it is integument. It is something like that. But yeah, then it maybe had been turned into admiration. You're interesting. Like I'm getting here, I don't know why, the six of Wands energy, even if the card is not present here, but I'm getting here that they were might be attracted to you because of your wisdom, because of your intellect, because of how much power you carry in yourself, how people get attracted to you. All this was very fascinating for them and they get attracted to you. They are interested with you. And it turned into admiration. And then finally it turned into something like respect. I really like how you carry yourself. That's carry themselves. That's what they thought about you. Somewhere between those stages or those lines, without even realizing it, admiration quietly turned into a deep attachment. Like they couldn't take off their eyes from you. They think about more during a day, during the night, and before they could even realize that you have already occupied their mind. And now they're catching themselves smiling for absolutely no reason after thinking about you. Like they're imagining conversation that haven't happened yet between the two of you, wondering that what your sense of humor is like, we're completely comfortable, wondering whether you're affectionate or whether you make people on the side of you. They wonder that if you like long drives, spontaneous plans, quiet nights, or if you are the type who randomly sends funny videos in the middle of the day like most people do, is the little things now. Okay, the attraction hadn't faded. Actually, it multiplied. It got layered. Like they're becoming emotionally invested without your permission. When they might be hear good news, there is this strange urge to tell you first, even they barely know you yet. When something stresses them out, they imagine how peaceful it would feel just sitting beside you for a while. You have unknowingly become their mental safe place. They don't even fully understand how that happened. They just know it did. Okay, what's making this stronger is that they don't feel like you're pretending to be somebody you are not. In a world where so many people seem to perform for validation, they look at you and think that this person doesn't need applause to know who they are. And this is incredibly attractive to them. It makes them like want to know you beyond appearances, beyond flirting, beyond chemistry. They are beginning to crave emotional intimacy, not because they're lonely, because genuinely believe that you are worth knowing. Yeah. And now this energy, as you can see, this powerful protective energy is coming in and few. This isn't somebody who's possessiveness because they're insecure. It's just like somebody who instinctively feels protective because they see your value. They don't like the thought of people wasting your time. They don't like imagining someone playing games with your emotions. And they truly don't like people assuming they can have easy access to you without earning it because they're not doing that. They truly feel very irritated when maybe the people around you try to do that. The funny thing is that they're not even officially in your life yet they already find themselves thinking about you. Okay, I hope like maybe they think for themselves that I hope that nobody is taking this person for granted. That type of thought crosses this person's mind multiple times a day. They picture somebody speaking over you, it annoys them. They picture somebody making you question your worth. It genuinely upsets them because from where they're standing, they think you're exceptional. You are the type of person that they quietly check in on after a long day. The type that you notice when you're tired before you even admit it. The type that instinctively walk closer to in a crowded place. The type like they remember small details about maybe your favorite drink, a song you mentioned once, random snack you grabbed once, the little things everybody else looks. Protection for them. It isn't loud, it's consistency. Remembering, paying attention, showing up. They're already imagining themselves being that person for you because that's much how valuable and precious you were in front of this person. Okay, for this person. And the beast card is telling me something that just made me smile because see, this isn't talking about aggression. He's talking about intensity because see, like yeah, this person has this beast-like intensity towards you. This person has a side to them that very few people ever get to see. Most people know the composed version, the responsible version, a version that keeps everything under control. But you have awakened something much more instinctive. When they think about building a future, they imagine it runs wild, like truly wild. When they picture holding your hand, their heart beats faster than they think to admit, they didn't like to admit. When they imagine finally standing close enough to smell your perfume, noticing the warmth of your skin after being out in the sun, catching that tiny smile you gave when you were genuinely happy, everything inside them becomes incredibly alive. They don't just want attraction, love. See, they want closeness, real closeness, late night conversation. Okay, and you can see that. Oh, real closeness, that hug, long hugs that neither of you wants to end, inside jokes nobody else understands, cooking together, traveling together, building traditions together. See, the beast is chaos, but at the same time, also not. Okay, yes, they have the intensity of an animal when it comes to maybe love making. Like it will get totally snapped when you are going to be showing your vulnerability in front of this person, when you will be totally like giving them access to you full body and mind, okay, with your along with your heart. Like it is a sheer force of how deeply they can love once they decide someone in the person. And honestly, they're beginning to wonder that that person is already you. And I'm seeing here that now this one I absolutely love because see, I'm seeing you as a queen bee. Is this is not about popularity. Okay, yes, this isn't about walking into a room expecting everybody to notice you. That's not how they see you at all. What completely captivates them is that you don't seem to chase attention. Attention quietly follows you, and when you walk into a space, you're not scanning the room wondering who's looking at you. You're simply existing. You are having your own conversation. You're focused on your own world, but somehow, without trying, people's eyes naturally drift towards you. The person notices that immediately. They have caught themselves watching how other people respond to you. Okay, maybe somebody smiles a little bigger when you speak. Maybe strangers seem unusually comfortable around you. Maybe people naturally include you in a conversation and they notice all of it. Okay, to them, that's real influence. Not loud, not forced, just natural. And here is where it gets even more deeper because they don't see you as someone who needs validation, not at all to feel valuable. That's rare nowadays. They're used to people constantly proving themselves, constantly seeking reassurances, constantly asking to be chosen. But you, like, they feel like you're already whole. You don't feel like that you need to do something extra to earn someone's validation out there or assurance at all. That makes them want your approval far more than they want to impress anyone else. Okay, because if someone like you genuinely chooses them, that means something, and it's like worth the wait. And not only with the word wait, it's like worth putting the effort. What does mean, isn't it? They imagine the pride that they feel introducing you to people they care about, not because you'd be some kind of trophy, but because they quietly think that look at this incredible human who actually chooses to build a life with me, who chose me out of so many. That's how you are important to this person. And now we are getting into something this person will probably never admit out loud because say they have always been a type who keeps emotional control. They don't like appearing vulnerable. They don't like feeling like someone has the power to affect their mood. They might be spend years convincing themselves that independence is safer than emotional risk. Most people do, so it is not such a rare thing, but then might be something happened in their life unexpectedly. See, they got introduced to you by the universe. Might be a mutual friend, might be from by a friend of a friend, or might be in a gathering, or might be a conference, or anywhere you have stumbled into their life. And like now they're apologizing faster, like listening more, thinking before reacting, even changing little habits without anybody asking, not because you're demanding it, because your opinion suddenly matters to them. And that catches them off guard. They're sitting there wondering, then why do I suddenly care so much about what this person thinks of me? Why do I do that? Like you have softened edges. They didn't even realize were there. Their pride isn't disappearing, it's maturing. Instead of trying to win every conversation like they used to do maybe before, they'd rather understand you. Instead of trying to impress you, they'd rather make you feel comfortable. So instead of proving they're strong, they'd rather become someone you can actually trust. Like they would become the weaker one. That's a huge shift for this person, and they don't want to change for just anybody. They have changed for you because you carry the lateral energy of answering to nobody. And this right here, this is probably one of the biggest reasons they're falling for you because they don't see somebody who bends themselves into whether other people want. They see somebody like you don't care what other people will want. Okay, they see somebody who has boundaries. You don't apologize for existing or doing something that feels right to you. You don't shrink yourself just to make insecure people comfortable. You don't seem interested in competing with anybody. You simply know who you are, and honestly, this is unbelievably attractive to them. Okay, maybe this could be something that could be attractive to most powerful people out there. They have seen attractive people before, intelligent people before, confident people too. But somebody who's comfortable walking in their own path without needing constant approval from outsiders, that's incredibly rare. Sometimes I even wonder that if you're aware of how magnetic that independent is and how magnetic you are. Okay? Because every time someone tries to put you in a box, you quietly step outside of it. Every time somebody assumes that they figure you out, you surprise them. This person respects that deeply because they don't want to control you. See, it's not about control. I have been talking about it. It's not tame you. It's not to tame you. Actually, it's a vice versa. Okay, might be you have tamed this person. They want to stand beside someone who's powerful enough to stand alone. That's exactly how they see you. Yes, the table had totally turned. Whatever they thought before had totally turned over here. Like that, you will be the one who is like reasoning with this person, not they're the one who's reasoning with you. To be honest, at this point, you were like living rent free in this person's head. Like you had this little hold on this person. You will like randomly appear while they're working, driving, or doing anything, like talking to someone maybe, and they suddenly realize that where I was even listening. Okay? As if that they have the thoughts are totally different towards you, and what the other person is like talking to them, they weren't even listening. Like they were thinking about you again. They replay tiny moments over and over. Look at you when you laugh, the way might be when you laughed, the expression on your face while you were concentrating, what you said might be last time when you had a conversation, the confidence in your walk, everything. Even the silence between conversations somehow feels memorable to them. It's almost frustrating to them because see, a person like them and and someone totally someone else has taken a hold of their mind is totally frustrating to them because they're trying to stay productive, maybe focus, maybe trying to convince themselves. Meanwhile, their imagination has already started creating future memories with you, like weekend trips inside those. Whenever they see something like a holiday home or a vacation trip, some all of a sudden someone talks about or pops out in front of them, what they think about is like going there with you, meeting each others, maybe families, okay, like lazy Sundays, celebrating birthdays, building traditions. Their mind has moved far ahead of reality and they know it. But every time they try pulling back, it's your face quietly returns. That's why they say it's lateral hold, because not because you have done anything manipulative here, because the presence has become unforgettable even without trying. You become the person they keep coming back to again and again and again. There is no end to it. There is like literally no end to it. Okay. And okay, I'm saying something much more. Now it's like for some of you, maybe this person could genuinely be older than you, but for many of you, this is about maturity, might be. Might this is how they see you, okay? They look at you and think like that this person has lived through enough to know what actually matters. Like you don't strike them as someone who gets distracted by every tiny thing that comes along. You are selective, you observe before you react. You don't overshare your entire life the moment somebody shows interest. The restaurant fascinates them, okay? And yeah. Like, imagine maybe what you'd like to sit across from you over dinner, watching the way you think before answering a question. Okay, and here's something they secretly admire, that you don't seem impressed by title status of people trying too hard. They feel like that you'd rather know someone's character rather than resume their resume. Okay, because they are taking them as challenge. They are, maybe they are asking themselves, am I becoming this kind of person that they genuinely respect? Okay, yeah, maybe not just the kind of person that he date, maybe the kind of person that he admire. Because whether you personally use that word or not, but this person is intentionally making room for you in their life because they're manifesting you. Okay, yes, they see they're manifesting you, they're changing routines, they're saying yes to invitation they wouldn't have declined before. They're taking better care of themselves, becoming more disciplined with work, making long term plans. But why? Because see, somewhere inside them, they already started imagining a future where you exist in it. You inspire preparation, not panic or obsession or it's preparation. Okay, it's preparation. It's almost as if meeting you has made them raise their own standards. Their thinking might be that if someone like them walk into my life tomorrow, would I actually be ready for them or not? That question has changed them. They're no longer waiting for life to happen. They're actively programming, okay, that. Yes, like to trying to become someone capable of building something real with you. And this person has a vivid imagination when it comes to you. Not unrealistic fantasies, like beautiful possibilities. They imagine the colors of places you travel together, warm glow up city. Okay, yeah, warm glow up cities and walking like hand, holding your hand side by side. Okay, realizing that laughing together, and when they are staring at you, the smell of fresh coffee between the two of you in a quiet morning, like their imagination isn't black and white. It's alive, detailed, and emotional. You just don't appear in their mind. You bring life into it, okay? Like it does to an artist. When a painter, when an artist draw a painting, it what does it do? It just brings life to that painting, by with the vivid colors, the how the strokes feel so beautiful. It gives the viewer a sense of something that not many people can feel. Okay, that's incredible rare for them, and how much rare you are, it shows. the imagination, their imagination shows here. And I'm seeing here the beauty with brains. Yes, it's probably one of the biggest reasons they can't move on from thinking about you. So because they don't believe your appearance is your greatest quality. They genuinely admire the way your mind works. Okay? The questions you work, the observations you make, the way you notice details that the people completely overlook. They imagine debating ideas with you, laughing over random conversation, learning from each other. They don't want somebody they can simply admire from across the room. They want somebody who keeps surprising them. Every time they think they figure you out, you reveal another layer, okay, another perspective, another side of yourself. And that mystery doesn't frustrate them, it pulls them closer. They're deeply attracted to someone who can challenge them intellectually while still making their heart race. To them, that's a complete full package, full deal. And we're literally a work of art. See, out of everything here, this feels most incredibly personal because they don't look at you the way people usually look at beauty. They study you, not in a creepy way, in an appreciative way. The tiny expressions on your face, the confidence in your posture, the way your hands move when you're explaining something you're passionate about, the stars, the sparkle in your eyes when you're genuinely excited, and even your quiet moments seem expressive to them. They think that, oh my God, whoever this person is, life took its time creating them, huh? Like that's how valuable you feel in their eyes, not manufactured, not ordinary, like one of a kind. The kind of person who can't be replaced by simply meeting someone else. Because what attracts them isn't just how you look, my love. Okay? It is a feeling. Yes, it is a feeling they get every time they experience a presence. You don't feel temporary. You would totally feel like unforgettable. And the realization becoming stronger every single day. Every single day. This person cannot figure you out, but that's exactly what's pulling them in. From outside, they see someone composed, someone who doesn't need to dominate every conversation. You don't strike them as louder, attention hungry, you're observant, you take people in before you let them take you in. There's something beautifully restrained about you that makes them lean closer instead of walking away. Okay, and this person genuinely sees beauty in the way you exist. Okay, like see not just how you look, how you think, artistic. Maybe there might be an artist or artistic, or maybe you, but like maybe how you express yourself is totally artistic. Like you notice details about people completely overlook. They to them you don't feel ordinary. You feel like someone who could inspire music, painting, stories, photographs. The kind of person who people remember long after they have left the room. Okay, yeah, even your imperfections feels intentional. The way you pause before speaking, everything. And honestly, that's one of the sexiest things about you in their eyes. Not appearance alone, but originality. And they're fascinated by all of it. And celebrity. Say, yeah, celebrity. This note isn't saying you're famous. It's like saying that's how you make them feel. When they notice you, everything else fades into the background for a moment. Okay, you carry this energy of a celebrity. It's almost embarrassing, like how quickly their attention locks onto you. They become more aware of how they're standing, whether they look presentable, whether they say something intelligent enough, whether they made a good impression on you. You don't make them feel small. Rather, you make them want to become the best version of themselves. Like more of a very presentable person, and they're proud imagining themselves beside you because the picture introducing you to friends and family with quite confidence. Okay, and yes, there is this undeniable chemistry they feel. Okay, wow. And whenever they imagine being close to you, it's not built on fantasy alone, it's built on anticipation. Like they wonder what it would feel like to stand close enough to notice a perfume or cologne, to catch your eye across the room and hold that look just a little second longer than either of you planned. And imagine the electricity of a brief touch, a hand brushing yours, a lingering hug, a moment where neither of you wants to step back fast. Okay, how would it like to have that first kiss with you? Okay, yeah, like yes, that's totally on their mind. Okay, because see, they want to have that moment because they want chemistry that matched by trust, love, and genuine affection. And this person does not think your strength comes from being loud. They think it comes from knowing exactly who you are. You don't seem easily influenced by trends, opinions, or people trying to define you. You carry yourself like someone who's made like peace with your own journey. That's incredibly magnetic to them. They admire the balance. They believe you have the confidence to walk away from what doesn't serve you, but also the kindness to remain grounded. And you're not trying to outshine anyone. Somehow you naturally just outshine everybody. They see someone who was soft, soft and strong, grace but unshakable, compassionate without becoming a pushover, and you have no idea how much they want to fuck you like an animal. Okay, yes, this is got a little bit of more spicy. That's what unexpected. But see, I'm totally seeing here what's going on in this person's mind, even if I don't have to look at them or personally. Because see, this person really want to fuck you like an animal. Not soft cases, no slow build up, just raw hunger taking over the second they get their hands on you. They want to might be pin you down, feel your body under down there, and drive into your heart and deep under the only the sounds left under like like between the two of you, like desperate, and like clinging to you, like that they have got something precious and never want to let go. So they don't want to be gentle. They want to lose control. They want to grab you and just yank you and go all out, like claiming something wild that doesn't belong to anyone else. Hard fought, relentless, until your legs like shake and give up, and your voice cracks when you are like, yeah, like that. You're grasping for air, like for so much, like doing all that intense, you know, session. Like you just totally get, your voice cracked off. I like they want to hear you. They want to feel your plans around them, and they want to hit that spot over and over. They want to bite you, leave marks on you, and pull you closer, and like to try to like crawl, okay, into you like an animal. And maybe when you try to crawl away from them, like they're pulling you closer and just go with all out. Like what they want is not something that's truly traditional or truly normal. See, they they don't want any thinking to do when it comes to you. They want to just let loose their animal beast inside of them, and just like that, open and stupidly, you can say, messed up. Okay, that's what this person is trying to might be feel for you or already feel about you when they think about this chemistry thing. Because see, all the reading was just soft and sound, but when it comes to their intensity, their sexual interest towards you is way more wilder than you have thought. It's not normal. Okay, it's not something that you can just shake off. That is, it's just ordinary, because it's not. It will like they will be try every position with you. They will be like have this, might be some kind of kinks, which they will be wanting to try with you. So I want to tell you one thing, that no matter what it is, their love for you is deeper. Even their lust is wild and animalistic. But one thing is for sure, that they just doesn't look at you someone ordinary, not at all. You are someone extraordinarily attractive and unforgettable for this person. You are worthy and you are one of a kind for them. Okay? And yes, this person who is meant to find you won't be intimidated by your standards, your confidence, or your depth. They will see these qualities as the very reasons they want to know you better and want you more crazily. So if this reading resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're new here, and let me know down in the comments which message hit you the hardest. I always love reading your thoughts and experiences. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself, protect your peace, keep your standards high, and I will see you in the next reading.